The Trial of Shards by JameliaAlicia. Heaven did not open like a door. It narrowed itself between the presence of what is seen and unseen. Though it had similarities to earth, it shared secrets of goodness and test of kindness. The first thing she noticed was the sound, ceramic singing as it broke, a delicate, ringing cry, like bells shattering mid-prayer. Plates fell from nowhere, exploding at her feet. White shards skidded across the floor, sharp as confession. Each plate left cuts on her skin and was quiet dismissal of past hurt. "This is heaven?" she asked, but her voice dissolved before it reached anything that could answer. The floor was light, not cloud, but something whiter than bone, smoother than forgiveness. Above her, the sky was neither blue nor gold. It was clear, painfully clear, as if nothing were allowed to hide. Then the knives came, aimless but all going towards her, like fire that couldn't get rid of. Some fires were meant to be lit, and some to disappear. They did not fly fast. That was the cruelty of it. They drifted, blade first, giving her time to see her reflection ripple across their steel, her cracked mouth, her eyes still swollen from a life of leaving and being left. She ducked. A knife passed close enough to slice a memory instead of skin. Suddenly she was 20 again, begging someone to stay. The ache hit harder than the blade would have. "Why?" she cried, dropping to her knees as another plate shattered against her shoulder, leaving no wound, only the sound. "Why does heaven hurt like this?" A voice answered, not loud, not gentle, but steady enough to stand on. "Because love is not proven in comfort, it is proven in pain of experiences." She looked up. There was no figure, no throne, only light that did not blind and silence that did not abandon. "You learned heartbreak on earth," the voice continued. "Here we ask what you did with it." This is the same question that recurred with her mental health. More plates fell. She raised her arms, instinctively shielding her heart. They shattered against her forearms, harmless, loud, accusatory. "I loved," she said. "I loved people who broke me. I loved when it cost me my sleep, my pride, my future, because my mental health was load of hurt I was carrying behind me." A knife grazed her cheek. She felt warmth, not blood, but grief, old and familiar. "And when love broke you?" the voice asked. She hesitated. The knives slowed, hovering, waiting. "I blamed you, not myself, because I saw my mental health as way to victimize myself," she whispered. "I stopped praying. I thought loyalty meant being spared." The knives trembled. One turned, its handle pointed toward her hand. "Pick it up." Her breath shook, as if the tone of what God said was command than act of questioning. She knew this choice. She had lived it before. Anger sharpened into a weapon. Faith turned inward, ready to wound at memories. Instead of enduring, she resisted the pain by looking up to the heavenly skies of heaven and singing internal melodies of happiness. She wrapped her fingers around the handle. In its surface, she saw every time she had used pain to justify cruelty, silence, distance. How easy it would be to throw it back at the light, to say, "You failed me first." The plates stopped falling. "Loyalty isn't obedience without doubt," she said slowly. "It's choosing love even when doubt is loud. That's the price you pay when you exchange your mental health for your whole life. That is a crime itself, no freedom over your life." She placed the knife on the floor. It dissolved into light. The remaining knives followed, melting mid-air. The shards of broken plates lifted from the ground, reassembling themselves not into plates, but into something wider, a path to the human psyche of consciousness and subconsciousness. The floor expanded, the sky softened, because the thoughts above began to forget the absence of pain and welcome in humility. "Heaven is not the absence of heartbreak," the voice said. "It is the place where heartbreak no longer decides who you become, because anyone can go through heartbreak." This is about heartbreak with mental health, letting go of past ties and loosening the thread into a future prosperity.
She stood, lighter, not untouched, but unarmed. As she stepped forward, she understood at last. The trial was never about surviving the blades. It was about what she chose not to throw back, because a battle is only fought when you know the strategy. In a battle with no army, you know in yourself what to do to set yourself free. The choice is attack. I leave you to decide the ending.